evening.
Good evening.
My name is Charles Carr. I'm from Philadelphia. And I'm not going to read one of my poems, but there is a poem in that I loved in Leonard's book, The Long Way Home. And in fact, I took this poem about 2 years ago when there was a celebration over in Camden for Walt Whitman. And the idea was to write a cento poem. And a cento poem is a combination of poetry from two different poets. And so I took Walt Whitman's The Crossing Bridge, it was really about Brooklyn Bridge, and I took a poem of Leonard's that I really admired. It's called Photos from the Bridge, and I think it was announced in his bio that he won a very distinguished award for this. Photos from the bridge. Passengers shudder as cars in summer disappear over the singing bridge. It is party across the river, whose fires I wish illumined my face. I appear as a man or a woman to the crows, simple, fixed on a branch, softened by dust. This is a little town on the bank of the river. The train whistle is mournful and the volunteer fire department siren leaks like ghosts from a cemetery. A big wind pushes the sound and birdsong unceremoniously into the trees. They are actually looking for two bodies in the light flooding the river. Let the stars and police boats, lights disassemble on the river. The hooks dragging the river are tender and a mystery. The damage to the soul is not known. Praise the stars, turn to stars blurred in the river. There is in me sadness separated from joy. Of course, our hero runs out of time and thinks of moonlight on the river is a necklace and brings it back to the king. Of course, it looks like he has nothing in his hand. Of course, he holds it up in the moonlight. Let the river dot the darkness. May wind fill the trees, lifting the leaves, letting them go. Darkness is indeed landing. A little darkness and violet sticks to the river. The colors of autumn run in the river. Blessed are they. At Frankfurt's Creek mouth on the Delaware River, boatmen navigating the river would see first a point of land which on passing would apparently disappear, only to reappear again at a distance. On 25 May 1777, John Adams wrote, "The road to Point No Point lies along the river Delaware in the fair sight of it and its opposite shore. On each side are beautiful rows of trees, buttonwoods, oaks, walnuts, cherries, and willows, especially down toward the banks of the river. The daffodils and tulips are red and yellow, purple. The dark, aromatic river and the earth will shadow me. I'm buried in the trees. I'm snow floating to the river like tickets. First, the city disappears. By and by, then the river. Praise there was mist, and the river was slate and silver and unraveled. There was too much mist. As I went down to the river, oh, Father, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. I realized I was a boat on the great river, towing darkness in the black pudding, mimicking oaks and the sacred hearts of leaves. You see, the way leads the entire way here. Something you see later by the river. One leaf unlocks. It is orange and strange drifts. All night we heard stars stapled to the sky. We heard a river in the river of dreams. We heard the fire burning beneath the dream. We went to our jobs in our dreams. Dear friend, there is ice in blocks and fragments on the river. I have tended the river and the darkness. It has made me tender toward it. She kept saying, we went swimming in the river. We went swimming in the river of darkness, and there was no river around. Yet, pretty much. Smoke burst from the hut by the river above the trees. The soul is scrubbing blood from the walls. I came here for peace. Now it has moved in, damn it. The river is moving. The river is moving. The heart enters into the mind. The mind enters into itself, says Krishnamurti. Begins at the surface. A peace that has ardor, beauty. You must somehow begin from the other shore and not always be concerned with this shore or how to cross the river. The trees are underwater. There were once houses here. This can be told from the foundations, the telephone wire, and birds are slick with light. You must see that. Night is corrupt. Rising mist, moon, insects in perfumed river, delinquent, porch light, bug exterminator, cloud passing moon. There might be God. The river spreading its river wings, mountain crushing on moon. The lit rows of stone pass, and outside cats this morning. The swirl of fire and vehicles, and still and shining dark river. Something starts in the heart, like a car at the bottom of a river. I found a few inches of light. I was confetti in the dark river. Say that the clouds scud like schooners in pink and green dawn light. There is a lot of isolation and silence in our world. Birds land nowhere. Say that. Code it in. Let it play. I think of the smoke, the cars and clouds, the quiet, the river often. The river folds the gleaming green into paper boats. Light is old and deer are coming through it. Was there ever something to believe in? Gold and green water? We ask for forgiveness and we are given loneliness. The gods give us our face in the river and we float away from ourselves. Can a bridge be fashioned from there to there? It is through the light that the soul gets past. Thank you.